How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to New Mexico State Men's Basketball News. I'm Marshall. In today's video, maybe another quick one. Just going to talk about some former Aggies that we talked about a lot on the channel recently. Every now and then I'll make a video dedicated to just talking strictly about former Aggies, and then sometimes I'll throw it at the end of videos or just mention it somewhere throughout. Today we're going to talk about a few of them, so let's get straight into it. I want to talk first about Teddy Allen, who is one of the better Aggies as of late that have, put on that uniform. Obviously averaged nearly 20 points per game for us in the 2021-22 season. Was a big reason we beat UConn. It wasn't for him. Definitely wouldn't have had a chance. Had 37 points in that game. Did a lot of great things. Right now he's averaging 26.5 points overseas for Winnipeg, the Winnipeg Sea Bears to be exact, for the Canadian Elite Basketball League. Doing a lot of great things. They're up to a 3-2 start. They lost their last game by 4, but they've been really competitive, playing very well. Really good to see him, back there playing for Winnipeg in the CEBL. If you guys remember correctly, a couple years ago, he was actually kicked out the team due to some, I think it was off-the-court issues, attitude issues, whatever it was. But they took him back, and hopefully he doesn't make those same mistakes again, just learns from them. He's still relatively young, so hopefully he can learn from those mistakes and just continue to play well and do what he's doing, and hope he have a chance to play in the NBA. Like I said, he's young, but not too young to the point where, if he were to make a debut, he'd be like a 28-year-old rookie. So hopefully he is given the chance soon, just like other former Aggies that we maybe talking about in this video, or others that may have a chance who have played for the Aggies, a long time before, or played with Teddy Allen himself. I talked about it before, and I think a lot of people know that he played for the Rio Grande Vipers, NBA G League team, affiliate of the Rockets. Played there this past season, averaged 18 points. Something that not a lot of people know, though, is he did play for Delaware's G League team and played very, very well. Averaged over 20 a game, about 22. Played 16 games, did a lot of great things overall. So he's a bucket, they call him Teddy Buckets for a reason. And again, hopefully he's given that NBA contract soon. Evan Gilliard II, another former Aggie who played just before Teddy Allen got to the Aggies, or not just before, a few years before. But doing a lot of great things right now, playing in the same league as Teddy Allen in the CEBL, playing for the Calgary Surge, averaging 23.7 points, filling up the stat sheet overall, getting assists, rebounds, shooting the ball well from the field, just like Teddy. Only thing for the Surge, though, is they're off to an 0-3 start. They have a game tomorrow on the 28th, so hopefully he can help them get their first win of the season and continue to improve from there. Both him and Allen have been really, really good in the Canadian Elite Basketball League for years now, and hopefully they can continue to make names for themselves and just keep making money overseas and doing their thing. Gilliard is a proven winner. Obviously, played for the Aggies, won a lot of games with them, coming fresh off a G League championship, so hopefully he can use that championship DNA for the Surge. We've talked a lot about Christian Cook, recently, posted a lot about him on social media as well. He led Albury to their first win of the season. Moved their 1-10 now. Not a great record, but it's not because of Cook. He's averaging 19 points a game, shooting the ball very well. He started the season off kind of slow shooting wise. He was shooting a lot of shots, so he's getting a lot of points, but obviously you want to be a little more efficient, and he's been doing just that as of late. So shout out to him for that. He's obviously filling up, 3-point shooting, doing a little bit of everything, playing really good defense like he did with the Aggies. I've talked about this before. My most, surprising thing about him, for me at least, was his defense. I think he, improved a lot on that end, really honed in, got a lot of minutes, strictly for his defense, and obviously brought on the offensive end as well. Kind of reminds me of Klay Thompson in a way, how he's a catch and shoot 3-point shooter, does a lot of great things in that regard, but can also play defense. I wouldn't say lockdown defense, but definitely is not a liability and will get a lot of minutes for it. There were times, he was late on rotations, whatever it may have been, so he was, taken out of the game, but he never made the same mistake twice, came back in and just did his thing from there. I want to talk a little bit about Serge Barry-Rice, Teddy Allen's teammate for the Aggies back in 21-22. Obviously played for the Aggies for such a long time. A lot of people might know him for his time at Texas, but he was with New Mexico State a lot longer. Right now he's averaging 14 points overseas, doing a lot of great things, shooting the ball very well for Andorra. And, again, good shooting splits, leading him to some good wins recently by a lot of points. So shout out to him for that. He's always got that deadly pump fake. Everyone knows about that. Can shoot the ball well. Great offensive play overall. And gets it done on the defensive end as well. A guy that saw a lot of minutes for the Aggies for both those reasons. Some interesting news, I guess you could say, is Robert Carpenter is back on Instagram. I used to always tag him in all the posts, but then I couldn't tag him anymore. It's because he didn't have Instagram for a little bit. Not too sure why. It's obviously none of our business. But he is back on Instagram. I believe it's just Robert Carpenter 21 or Robert Carpenter something. If you type it in, you'll see his profile pic. It's him playing overseas. Again, he had a great year for BC Luella. Talk about him all the time. Averages 17 points per game. He was great for the Aggies. Averaged about 10 a game. Shot the ball very well. did a lot of great things. Was a big forward, a stretch forward, and did even better overseas than he did with the Aggies. So that's the biggest thing. You want to see these guys improve. Obviously, it'd be nice to see, a guy average 17 for us, but we had that in Jamel this past year. Which, speaking of Jamel, we're talking a little bit about Coach Barnes, our new assistant coach, who coached Jamel Jones at Cal State Bakersfield. Adam Young actually interviewed 2 of our new assistant coaches, so I want to talk a little bit about that as well and talk about what they had to say. In the interview with Adam Young, Coach Barnes had a lot of great things to say about the NMSU program. He's coached against the Aggies a lot, played there as a player, played against them and stuff. Again, he was at Bakersfield for a long time. I think even longer than 7 years, honestly. He was back there, I believe, in 2016, and they hit a game winner to beat the Aggies 57-54. The shot was made over Pascal Siakam. He was kind of talking about that situation a little bit. We're talking about all the great players and coaches who have come through this program that he knows personally, and it made that decision a lot easier for him. He also said Hooten's a terrific coach, one of the best in the business. Hooten showed that he can be a good coach. Obviously, we haven't had crazy success with him just yet. We have one, below 500 season, one season at 500, and one above 500. Would be, awesome to see Coach Barnes come in and hopefully help Coach Hooten get his first 21 season here and get back to the NCAA tournament. That's something he commented on. So I think a lot of things to be happy about when it comes to that, because you can't win games without really good assistant coaches. So really glad to have Barnes on staff. And again, he's got a lot of great experience, coaching college and G League as well. He's created some pros, not strictly because of him, obviously, but he's helped, build some guys' career to, the best of their advantages. And again, just very glad to have him on the staff for sure. Isaiah Bruxina, another guy on our coaching staff now, has a lot of experience in basketball, was at Oklahoma. He's been coaching and doing a lot of different things like analytics-wise, helping build up players' games, the right way. So he's another great guy to bring on staff, a guy who loves Las Cruces, loves the program, and hopefully will help us do some great things for this next season and for years to come. Again, those interviews were done by Adam Young, our play-by-play announcer. So shout out to him for that. Broadcaster, does a lot of great things. He actually commented on my LinkedIn post the other day, or I posted it a couple days ago. He responded today, or commented on it, saying that it was fantastic. Did a lot of great things for the athletics program this past year. So come from him, who's a very successful guy, meant a lot to me. So shout out to him for that. Does a lot of great things, and hopefully he's got many years left in the business and does a lot of great things. He's been doing it for such a long time. One of the best in the business for sure. Just like Hooten in the coaching, just like Barnes said. I don't have anything else to talk about today. Just want to talk about some of those former Aggies, kind of make a little video out of it. I like to get at least one video out a week if I can. Again, during the offseason kind of be hard. There are moments when we're signing players, coaches, and stuff, but with it being June now almost, and then, a lot of our teams already kind of put together. I think we, have 12 guys. We need at least one more roster spot filled and probably get a couple walk-ons or something. So that's looking good there. I'm sure we'll get at least another post or 2 in there. Really excited to see how this team looks. A lot of the coaches and, assistant coaches really excited with how the team is going to look. But obviously, all coaching staffs are going to say that. But obviously, we have to wait until November till we actually see them play. And I talked about it before. Maybe by the end of the summer, I can make a starting lineup prediction. But it's really hard to do that when I don't know how all the guys play together. I'm just going based on how they play at other schools. Guys are bringing back, for example, Gabe and Jacoby. I'd find it really hard for them not to start since they started this past year for us and did a lot of great things. I feel like coach want to keep that, similarity there and that familiarity there. But we'll see how it all goes. Really looking forward to, the rest of the offseason. And I'll definitely be pumping out some videos for you guys. I said a couple videos ago, didn't say last video because I forgot. But if there's any video suggestions you guys have, please let me know. And I'll make a video about it. I believe all the guys are on campus right now, or close to be, and they should be starting very soon, doing some work together, doing summer school. I believe they all need to take at least one course during the summer or something like that, so that's not fun. But it's only one class, and, it'll be good for them. Get some work done early, keep the brain going, and get their game rolling. Can't wait to see how it all, ends up, and can't wait to see them play in November. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm out.